Sam Darby. I'm Joey. I play drums and sometimes guitar and sing.
I'm Ollie and I play bass.
I'm Luke and I play guitar and sing. I'll probably say that we play more experimental kind of stuff. No, we don't.
No,
that's a lie.
I'd say we play pop music, but we do it in a sort of weird way. It's like we don't really know how to make pop music, but that's what we want to do.
We're sort of influenced by bands like Everything,
Yeah.
Phoenix, who just play pop music, but in like a cool way.
Yeah, and like also sort of more like acoustic bands like Neutral Milk Hotel and stuff like that, where it's sort of very stripped down but quite like raw as well.
Yeah, I'd say that Neutral Milk Hotel would be one of the biggest influences.
Definitely. Listened to very much music until probably Easter 2006, and then my brother bought me a copy of Fall Out Boy from Under the Cork Tree on CD, and I was like, this is the best album that could ever be made, and I listened to it every single day, and pretty much that got me into music.
Yeah. I had the same pretty much. My dad bought me the White Stripes on the Blackpool Lights on DVD, which is like the first. Well, it's not really an album, but like the first sort of music album that I owned, and yeah, I just sort of expanded from there. And I guess originally I was into a lot of like pop punk, but I sort of moved away from that, and now I'm sort of moving back to it, I guess. Sort of into a lot of post rock and stuff. Yeah, it's just like a wide range I'm into.
I think for me it was since the age of about 3, my dad kind of forced music down my neck. Like Beatles, Stones, Radiohead, Jeff Buckley, people like that. So I've always really kind of been into music. There's never been a point where I haven't really been obsessed with one band or an album or something.
He called Sam Darby.
Good question.
We all met in the same music technology class in 6th form.
Well, me and Luke knew each other before
Yeah,
we met Joey. That's how we started like playing together and stuff.
And there was another guy in that class called Sam Darby, who we really loved, but he was very easily confused, and we just thought it would be really funny to call
He
him
looks a
Sam
bit
Darby.
like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, he looks exactly like Napoleon Dynamite.
So we thought it'd be pretty funny and we want to print t-shirts with
All
his
his
face on
face.
it.
He loves it. He's not offended by it or anything. He thinks it's great. Our dream was to one day get really, really famous, so that he opens a copy of like a newspaper or a magazine and briefly gets confused and thinks he's really famous.
That's the master plan right there.
We want to get a panicked call from the actual Sam Darby. Oh, we're headlining Reading. No, that's us. It's the band. Oh, good. I wasn't ready. Yeah, that was what we
That's the
wanted.
cool reason.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we need.
Just,
I think if you're considering going into music, I would say
Yeah, I think the thing is you've got to actually sort of be dedicated and want to do it, because a lot of people just give up.
it's
and then
easy to
realise-
sit back
yeah.
for 6 months and then after the 6 months look back and think, my God, I've done nothing kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's the whole of the music industry is
Yeah.
just about the people you know. It's like 90% about networking and stuff like that. Obviously the talent comes into it, but you need to know the people to get to places, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say that the thing that I would say was most important is have talented friends, make talented friends. Because I mean, if you hang out with people who have talent,
Yeah. But don't just network with people that are way high up. Like, don't start and go, right, I'm going to email the CEO of Sony Records. You've got to kind of network
You
with...
can if you want.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
go
for it.
Yeah.
The only thing that's bad, you could get a no. But
Or just not reply.
obviously, just network with bands that are kind of your standard and your kind of class. Because then if you make a group of, say, 30 of them, there's going to be one band that's going to go up, and then you can kind of keep the links with them, and then you get into a new kind of almost like a league.
It's about making a scene. Really.
Yeah. Which
and
one?
having
Yeah.
bands that you can sort of trust will get you shows and plug you as much as you plug them.
Because obviously, like all the bands that are massive, like the Stones, Beatles, bands like that, they didn't need to do as much work as bands nowadays do, purely because it was more, you walk up to London, you take a guitar, walk into a studio, and you're pretty set because you can play. But bands nowadays have to work so much more on like social networking and stuff like that,
Yeah.
building an audience that way.
To really compete.
Yeah, the market now is so oversaturated in a way it wasn't created.
Also, just gig as much as possible because all of the money nowadays in the music industry is just made from gigging.
Yeah,
because of
no one pays for
pirated
music.
First song I ever learned to play, the first song I remember sitting down and teaching myself on drums, this was, I think, was probably something off the first Panic at the Disco album. I think I sat down, like, put my headphones in and was like, this is as good as music gets. I'm gonna learn it all. And I did. I would just sit and listen to the whole album and play drums along to it until I thought that I knew how to play it. I probably didn't. But yeah, I was probably 13, 14 then. And yeah, that was that was what I did. What about Ollie?
Yeah. I used to like really love the Chili Peppers. I mean, I've pretty much listened to everything they've done ever about 100 times. So I'm pretty sure it was something off By the Way. I remember learning Can't Stop, and of course By the Way, the title track. But yeah, I suppose that must have been it. Yeah.
That's a good solid choice.
Yeah.
It's less embarrassing than mine.
Mine was when I was about, must have been about 10 at the time, starting to get into playing guitar, and I've been playing for a year, but nothing that I liked. And then I decided that I wanted to start doing covers, and the first song that I tried to learn was Heart of Gold by Neil Young.
Tune.
But so messed it up. I heard my recording for it the other day and it is terrible. But then I remember the first song that I learned in the entirety was Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty solid to start off because it's not that difficult, but it's
Great song.
yeah, it's a good song.
Neil Young, man. Is about.
Sam Dog.
Let's have a little think.
Let's,
Because I have no idea what to say.
I think it's like
Well,
pop music at any cost.
Yeah. The whole point is that we take just pop songs and just build on it until it sounds cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think like what it is that we all essentially like quite accessible music,
Yeah.
but I think we all like it in completely different ways. So like Luke will often by default write a song that's quite poppy or like quite like normally like acoustic guitar type thing, and it will just often just get louder
Yeah.
the more of us have input. So I'd say pop music, but we sort of mess it up a bit. Sam Darby, you can find us at Facebook, I think it's facebook.com/Sam Darby, or you can follow us on Twitter at Sam Darby the Band. It's a classic Twitter, so thanks for watching.
We are Sam Darby, and this is our song Gabbo is Coming.
They came down to finally see what your world means. They came down to finally see what your world means. They came down to finally see what your world means.